Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. Up next in our Star of the Month salute to Norma Shearer, we have a film she made for MGM in 1930 before the Hollywood production code was strictly enforced, and filmmakers were able to go pretty far in pushing the boundaries when it came to film content. Now, by today's standards, most of these pre-code films are pretty tame, but in the early 30s, audiences were kind of blown away by the amount of sex and violence and debauchery that characters could get away with in a movie. And they couldn't wait to see the clothes or the lack of them the women wore or didn't wear. Our next film is a good example of that envelope pushing. It's a movie called Let Us Be Gay, with Norma Shearer playing a recent divorcee who moves to Paris to start her life all over again, only to have the ex-husband land right back into the middle of her life. It's basically a comedy that has Norma trading quips with her co-stars while wearing flimsy gowns designed by her favorite costumer, Adrian. Now, because there were rules at the time which had been set up regarding clothes and dialogue and storylines in movies, MGM was kind of leery about casting the very ladylike Norma in any role that presented her as a sexually free woman. It was Norma, though, who pushed the bosses to let her give it a try. She started with the film Divorcee from earlier 1930. At that time, Norma playing a recently single woman who decides to play the field now that she's unencumbered. The Divorcee was such a huge success, the decision was made to let Norma play more sexually charged roles in other films, like this next one. This time they had to work fast because shortly before production on it began, Norma found out she was pregnant and would soon be showing. Well, since her husband was MGM's production chief, Irving Thalberg, she didn't have to worry about getting in trouble about that, but she did have to worry about making this film in just 26 days. And towards the end of the shoot, in all of her scenes, she had to keep her midriff hidden behind carefully placed furniture and a little extra fabric from the designer Adrian. Here's the film, also from 1930, with Rod LaRock and the wonderful Marie Dressler. Let Us Be Gay.